The proud ruler soon loses his crown. Oda is spending a lot of time building up Katakuri's character in this arc. In the last chapter he was the focal point and not in a normal way. For instance, when Luffy did attack Brûlé, Katakuri protected her and said to Luffy, "Don't lay a hand on my sister." In this case, Oda made Luffy look like a bad guy and Katakuri like a good guy. And I don't think this is due to him being one of the commanders. Because if you look at the way Oda is treating Katakuri compared to the other commanders, the difference is big. We did not see at all Commander Snack, he was defeated by Mad Monk. Cracker was defeated in a comedic way by Luffy. He was sent flying just like Buggy. We saw very little of Smoothie, and now that we are in the final part of the arc, she is nowhere to be seen. But when it comes to Katakuri, Oda's approach is completely different, and the best example is the last chapter. Oda did reveal in this chapter very interesting stuff about Katakuri. Brûlé said that his back never did touch the ground since he was born, and he did stand up the moment that he was born into this world, and he sat in a chair to sleep. When I read that, the first thing that came to my mind was Whitebeard. When he died in Marineford and his coat fell to the ground, we saw that there was no scar on his back because he never ran away from an enemy. Whitebeard is a legend of the past. Katakuri could be a legend in the making. Gol D Roger had his rivals like Whitebeard and Garp. The same will be with Luffy, and Katakuri seems to fit the bill. And now the question is, how come that someone who is just a Yonko commander can be a rival to Luffy who is aiming to be the Pirate King? I don't think Katakuri will be a Yonko commander for long. There are two major reasons why I think so. Number one, as I said before, Oda is not treating Katakuri as a Yonko commander. He's paying more attention to Katakuri than all three other commanders combined. Reason number two is a little bit longer and more complex. Since it was announced that One Piece manga is entering the saga versus the Yonkos, we are expecting an arc for each Yonko. But if Big Mom does not go down in this arc, does anyone think that Big Mom will get 2 arcs? I don't. I don't think that it's possible for Big Mom to get 2 arcs. At least not in the same format that Oda has used so far when it comes to arcs. The standard arc in One Piece goes like this. The Straw Hats arrive at the island. First they explore the place. Then they get to see new stuff, new culture, new traditions, new mysteries, and they meet new people. Then they side with the innocent people of that island against the bad guys. During the fights we get to learn more stuff about the bad guys. But in Whole Cake Island all this is already done. So if the Straw Hats decide to come back again to Whole Cake Island, then this arc has to be a very short one, because I don't think Oda will repeat the same stuff again. The Straw Hats so far have not been on the same island twice. Shabondi does not count because they went there after the time skip because that's the only way to the new world. And one other reason that makes me think that they will not return is that they did get the information from the road poneglyph that Big Mom has. If they did not, then they will have no choice but to come back to Whole Cake Island, otherwise they will not be able to reach Raftel. But since they did get it, this makes me think even more that they will not come here again. There is a possibility that after the Straw Hats will escape from Totoland and Big Mom will find out that they have a copy of her road poneglyph, she will go after them herself. I don't see this happening in Wano arc because the Wano arc is crowded as it is, and that arc has not even started. And there will be other players in that arc as well. But it could be that the Straw Hats will have to face Big Mom down the line in the story. There are 2 scenarios that I think are very likely to happen. Number 1, the Straw Hats, the Fishmen, the Fire Tank Pirates and Germa 66, they will all realize that there is no way out of Totoland without facing Big Mom. And they will have to join forces and attack Big Mom at once. I'm not saying just the captains, but everyone. And since Big Mom is still in this zombie mode that instead of humans she is after cake, and she is alone, only Perospero is with her, maybe if they will all attack at once, they will be able to take her down. And of course, Luffy will land the final blow, since he is the main character after all. And then all the armies in Totoland, they will not go after the Straw Hats and the others since they just lost their leader. And this is how they will be able to escape from Totoland. And the second scenario is, somehow the Straw Hats and the rest will manage to escape from Totoland. If they give Big Mom the cake and while she's eating, she will be so happy and maybe will forget for a moment about them, and they will use this opportunity to escape. And while they are heading to Wano, they will get the newspaper which says that Big Mom is taken down. They will be surprised because while they were there, she was the Yonko. This is so Oda's style of writing. He likes to surprise us in the most unexpected way and keep us guessing. If this is the case, this information will be revealed on the last page of the chapter and One Piece will be on a break next week. This is also his style. I'm just kidding. Anyway, I think Big Mom will be taken down by her people. I think this for a couple of reasons. First of all, even her children, they don't have good opinions about her. They work under her because they fear her and not for other reasons. And we saw how Big Mom treats her children like tools to be used in any way she sees fit. Big Mom is very powerful, but she is a liability. This food problem that she has when she goes on a rampage every time she does not get to eat what she wants, it's a real problem for her people and country. Even after all this time, they don't have a solution for this. When Smoothie saw Big Mom in that state, the only thing that she said to the others is run. Every time this happens, the country and their lives are at risk. Big Mom already has killed one of her sons that did try to stop her. Big Mom said to Perospero that if you are lying about the cake being on the Sunny, I will kill you. It's true that Big Mom protects Totoland, but at the same time she is the biggest threat to this country. And with everything that is going on so far in this arc, maybe her people will realize that Big Mom is not that invincible as they thought, and use this chaos to their advantage. But if they take down Big Mom, with whom they will replace her? There is a candidate among them that they will place their support, and that guy is Katakuri. Brule said about Katakuri that he is always dignified, calm and strong. He is the perfect human. These words you cannot say about Big Mom, because she is not dignifying nor she is calm. And also the people of Totoland will be happy to accept Katakuri as their leader, because now they don't have to give away a portion of their lifespans, and the danger of being killed and their island destroyed by their leader is not gone. If Katakuri will become a Yonko, then he will be a worthy rival to Luffy, just like Whitebeard was to Roger. Thanks for watching, like and share if you liked this video, and subscribe for more One Piece videos.